I admittedly watch less football than I used to.
No!
Oh my God.
No! Subscribe to the podcast, KFC Radio on YouTube.
Bang.
You're on the road for 40 straight days?
Yeah, it's difficult.
I saw it already, you son of a bitch.
Are you left out?
No, don't look.
You want to include it?
Don't look. Do not look.
Don't look. Do this to our female employees, sorry. It's 2023.
It is the exact opposite of sexual, but still.
It's worse. I would prefer you take your dick out than show her that. You stroll in here an hour late showing your shit to our girls. You're a vile person.
It's not an hour late. I was on the other. Oh shit.
You're 45 minutes late.
What time was I supposed to be at? 10:30.
10:30.
I was on the fucking Big Cat. They kept me too long.
Is that true?
1-2. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you weren't here.
So did I.
Yeah, I was here.
Oh.
All right, fuck those guys. They always do that shit. I'm going to start
6 minutes
bringing
late.
people in the back door.
Yeah.
That's
You
bullshit.
should have stopped. You should just jumped in there and stolen me.
I should have. Yeah, now that I know
We
that.
should steal guests from each other.
Now I've been sitting here for 45 minutes. I'm absolutely going to ruin their next show.
Yeah, 100%.
Next time they have a guest, I'm just going to walk in with a fucking
Hey, could you guys
air
pause
horn.
a second? Yeah, hey, Shane, I need to talk to you for a second. And then you just go like, come here.
Yeah, no.
Rock on that.
It's always been a one-way thing because they're glass walls
Yeah.
right by the elevator. So they come off and they're always like, "Oh, you come on." And then I'm sitting here with my dick in my hand in the back corner. So we're just gonna have to like smuggle people in.
Well, they're leaving. They're going to Chicago.
Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out. Sorry.
What's wrong with your body, dude?
I drank a lot, so it was. But the blood is always.
Really?
You always shit blood?
Is that not like
Pretty much, unless
is that
I'm
not
out
a
of the
sign
country.
of like really bad? Like
No,
you're gonna-
I got a doctor looked at it.
Okay,
It's fine.
'Cause
Just
that, if
hemorrhoids.
that happened.
So what
How do you
happens is
get
my
hemorrhoids?
asshole inflamed. I think just pooping too long.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, because I'll tell you what,
are you
I poop
constantly-
I got him
long.
in
I think
high
it's from
school.
pushing, right? Because they like pop.
Yeah, it's like it creates this like bubble.
So you must be just pushing
Yeah.
really, really hard all the time.
See, what I
guess,
do
but
is
no.
when I go to the bathroom, like
Yeah.
when it is, I've said before, like every time I go to the bathroom, it's an emergency. So it just
you hold it, you don't want to go.
it just falls out of me. Like it's like I give like I give birth at 10 months. Like
So when you're like on the bowl like that, are you like in intense pain?
Nope, nothing. And then I'll wipe, and I'll be like, I'll feel wet, and I'm
it's
like,
like, that
that's
doesn't feel like-
blood went all the way through, and just like broke the paper.
This is a horrible podcast.
Yeah.
That's how you started
It's a
off.
problem,
I
but it's
know
also
you-
not.
and
Then you
you
got to
also
plug it
always
up. You
have-
got to plug it up. If it's bleeding, it'll keep bleeding. So you got to
You
like
put-
take
you
some
put
toilet.
tampons
Tampon in your ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man pond.
I was gonna say this is the old man show bit, right? The man pond. You're
The man-
fucking
yeah.
disgusting,
Dude.
Yeah.
Rolling around with
I'll
a
show you
fucking-
one. In,
No,
in
well,
20
see,
minutes.
I was
Yeah.
saying,
Bro, I'll
I
kill
was
myself.
saying
I
that
swear to fucking God right now, I'll kill
you
myself.
do that like you do the naked man a lot, right?
I love the naked
And
man.
then I feel like somebody recently was telling a story about you saying, "Do you want to see my hemorrhoids?" And they were like, "No," and I'm pretty sure they had to see it anyway.
Dude, one time it was like early Legion of Skanks. We're still
That's-
in, like,
I think
a
it was
side
Skanks,
group,
yeah.
And they were like, Lewis or somebody was like, "Oh, my asshole's like terrible right now," and whatever. They were
You're
like,
like,
"Let's
yeah,
see it, whatever."
right.
And they were like, "Ari, why are you being so quiet?" I'm like, "Because it's like I'm gonna one up you guys."
This is light work. This is child's
Yeah,
play.
exactly. I mean, imagine if you're like talking about how far you can hit a baseball and you don't realize you have a guy who just left Major League Baseball last year, and he's just like, "I mean, I'll beat you." So he's just like, and it was like, then they started looking at it. We had to look into each other's assholes.
Oh
we had
my
no
God.
pushback was the rule. They have honor. They have a certain level of honor there at Skanks.
No pushback, meaning like you can't shove your ass in.
Into someone's face.
Right, right.
Because I'm like, I'm not going to look at your asshole if that's on the
Yeah,
table.
yeah. I'm actually very
I'm
surprised they didn't
I'm
just
shocked
violate
that
that.
way,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, no. Well, if no one brought it up, there would have been pushback.
Right. I got it. Yeah, that makes sense. What?
How are you guys doing?
I mean, any day that I don't have a hemorrhoid is a great day. I feel like.
Literally, Jordan was like, sorry, I have a troubleshoot shit today. I'm getting an Uber right now. I'll be probably 5 minutes late. And she was like, I was like, do you need pictures? She was like, send it to Kevin. I was like, all right.
Fucking. So it's Jordan's
Yeah.
fault.
Send it
I
to
was having
Kevin.
issues.
Yeah.
You need pictures. Get the fuck out of here. You are disgusting. I had a couple things to talk to you about.
Well, the first
what
one,
was the first
Diplo.
Oh yeah, Diplo. Diplo
You
went
know
on.
who Diplo is?
He died.
Not yet.
Even better.
Didn't he stop doing music because he was gonna get sober? Was that another one?
I don't know.
I don't know
But he
that
went on
either.
Emily Ratajkowski's podcast.
Emily Ratajkowski can speak.
Yo, kind of. I gotta give her credit. At least the clips I see.
You don't have to.
She's more like conversational than you would expect.
Really?
Like I would think it would be like
She fucking Eric Andre. I'm sorry. Is Eric Andre fucking her?
I think they fucked. I think that was
Wow.
it.
What a fucking
I think that was a quick
winner.
in and out. Yeah, good for Eric.
Good
man.
for Eric
That is
Andre.
like that is. I don't care how like he's very successful and famous, and it's like of course he can get girls, but Emily is still a notch
You still
above.
look
That a
at their
guy like that
faces.
goes.
He's still-
fucking-
Yeah.
yeah.
Because
yeah.
he views himself as not famous.
Exactly.
He
And
views
so you
himself
know
as
on
a
the
high school
inside
guy.
he's like, holy shit,
Yeah.
Uncle Emily Ratajkowski gonna
There,
suck my
Yeah.
dick.
there were the rumors that it was like a publicity thing, that kind of shit.
Great.
Wait,
Still
I was
gotta
gonna say,
put it
would
in.
you
Still
do
gotta
that?
put it in. I'll do a publicity thing, but we're fucking.
What if
We're fucking.
We'll
That's
get the
rule.
business out of it, but also I get to put it
you
in.
wouldn't do like if she was like, we're not gonna
If
actually
Kim
fuck.
Kardashian came to
We're
you.
fucking. We're fucking. That's the deal. Same thing with a marriage for a Canadian. I'm like, sure, we'll fake
Both.
marry, but we're fucking. Yeah.
Once or
No. It's got to be
You're
because that's the
getting it
thing.
in.
Because when the guy comes over to inspect,
It's gotta be
you
real.
know, and he's like, "Oh, so you guys live together?" I'm like, "And we fuck, dude. Smell my fucking dick right now. It's got her pussy stink all over. Smell her pussy and smell my dick, and I'll guarantee you it smells the same. Do it.
It's a
do
match,
it.
brother.
Fucking U.S. I don't know.
I got a bunch of
Ice, yeah.
buddies who are like Irish, and they've all like married here, and but they don't. The women don't live here. I had a bunch. I had two buddies who one like lives in Florida, one lives like in California, and they've been married for like 5-7
those
years.
are
some
good
shit
people.
Like that.
Good people.
I mean, it's expensive.
It's expensive,
like
and
10 grand,
and
right?
it's
No,
also
I
just
think
like
one of my buddies he paid 25. I think 25 is the going rate these days.
wait, like as a black market thing, or
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
those people get 25 grand to be,
African-American
those people get paid 25K to be fake married.
Yes.
I mean, that's if you.
But they have, like, a
depending
joint
on where
bank
you're
account
out
with it
in
in it,
life, like
because-
you need money.
You can do it if you
whatever.
have a friend. You
But
can
it's
do it.
like, yeah, I
It
mean,
was
that's
like-
going to be a hassle for you. Like there's some shit that's like it's going to be a nuisance.
It's funny because I have a friend who married a British guy, but for real. And then they had the same thing. We're like, let's see about this. But it was a real marriage. And they'd ask them questions where someone's like, what's their favorite color? And they're like, I don't know.
That's actually
see
the best.
people would study it.
Yes.
I think the best
Yeah.
like what color is your toothbrush?
best
I don't
answer-
fucking know what the color. I don't know color my toothbrush is.
And
Yeah,
they're like,
well, what's their favorite
like-
flower? I don't know. I get them roses. I don't fucking know.
Right.
They're
And all he's
disappointed
saying
every
is, my
Valentine's Day.
relationship's
Like,
not perfect, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
still
yeah.
fucking.
right. It's like, bro, we barely even fuck anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you want me to tell you? Like, that's the real shit right there. Ask me questions about like what I hate about her, and I'll get them right.
Yeah, a publicity relationship. You know they have those.
Wait, I would
I'd be
I would
like-
say like 99% of them are. If Kim Kardashian came to you tomorrow and was like, "We're gonna work you into the show. You're gonna become like famous, money," you wouldn't do it.
First of all, I mean, speaking real, the last thing I want in the world is fame.
Yeah,
for
that's
not
true.
for
That's
no
true.
real benefit,
Yeah, that's true.
only for fame's sake.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
No way.
I actually always say like if I could get the money without the fame, that's
Yeah.
the dream. The fame is just you got to put up with to get the
But
money.
then rich people are like, God, I'd give anything for someone to come take a picture with you
Yeah,
right now.
yeah,
To know
yeah,
I have
yeah.
$1 billion or whatever.
Right.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they're on another level. I guess that's a bad example. But if it was like if for some, I don't know, another comedian, a female comedian, something that was like this is gonna really benefit you. You're gonna sell tickets. You're gonna sell at the garden, whatever.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, if like Sarah Silverman and I started
Yeah.
a fake relationship.
you would be like a power Jew couple.
I was gonna say, you guys might fucking wake Hitler from the grave. What the fuck's going on up there?
Sarah and
She
Ari
holds it
featuring
together,
Kanye.
too.
Let's go.
That's right. Yeah, what if I started fucking Kanye? The relationship no one expected.
Well, this brings us back to Diplo.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
Diplo
sorry.
was on Emily Ratajkowski's podcast
Yeah.
saying, he's like, I've been blown by guys before. And he's like, but I'm not gay.
Incorrect.
Yeah, he goes. He said it sounded like it was one of those things. He was so fucked up and probably having like an orgy.
I mean, he's
Where,
like,
well,
I-
he
he's
was
like,
like,
I think
I don't
I have.
remember it, but I think I got my dick sucked by a guy.
I'm sure.
And he was like, and I
get
liked it, but
Why wouldn't you? It's
like,
dick sucking.
well,
Yeah.
but like if you like a guy sucking your dick, you're probably gay.
People say like just because you did it once doesn't make you gay, and everyone else will say that's incorrect. But it's like just because I've had meat one time just doesn't mean I'm not a vegetarian. Like incorrect. If you eat meat on occasion, you're not a vegetarian.
But what if you never eat meat again?
Okay, it's only the gay thing.
It's only
Yeah, it only works
Like-
with gay. Then there's no metaphor.
Hey, I'll start being straight
Yeah.
now.
And it's only men. If you've hooked up with a chick, if
Doesn't
you're a
matter.
chick, you're like, it's something you tried.
Why is it? Why is that?
It's the final frontier. I don't know.
It's so funny that they can just switch back and forth.
Dude, what if I could defend Diplo here for a second?
Yeah.
I bet you could.
What people talk about with old school rock stars is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like the fucking God damn it.
Led Zeppelin?
I was gonna say fucking Rolling Stones, fucking Prince, like all of that.
Right, Lenny
They
Kravitz.
fucked every woman. No shit, they started fucking guys. They were sick of it.
Eventually, there's
Diplo's
like-
kind. I mean, Diplo's kind
Yeah.
of. He's not that quite to that level, but like Diplo's a modern day
Oh,
rock star.
I mean, I was gonna say he's not like on that level of like fame and popularity,
icon?
but in terms of partying and fucking, like,
Yeah.
he's got like a Vegas residency
It's
and shit.
drugs
You're
all
gonna
the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it's like, girls like, hey, can I fuck you? I was like, we already have 3. And they're like,
How about this dude?
all right,
Yeah.
I'll jump in too. It's not ideal, but it's fine.
He said, like, you know, like almost the old joke, like it's not gay unless if you don't make eye contact. He like said that legitimately,
Really?
like dead face, like
He
you know,
goes,
I
"That's
didn't
true.
make eye contact.
Now,
so-
I did make eye contact, but I will
I were
maintain
not
that
to.
if you don't make eye contact, it is not gay. Yeah, gay is the last thing where it's still like, whoa.
Because I said this the other day. It was funny. We admitted on the podcast, or I admitted it. Oh, we were taking. Who was here? We did the gay test with Josh Potter.
Let's run a train on each other.
I'm not
no eye
fucking your
contact.
hemorrhoid ass.
No eye contact.
Imagine if you were
Yeah, you
gay.
gotta be at the back, dude.
You
Oh,
could
it'd
never be
bad
gay.
news.
You'd have
It'd
to be a
bad
top.
news. Yeah, I'd have to be a
Imagine
top.
guys being like, "I want to fuck you," are like, "No, you don't. No,
Like,
you
bleach
don't."
that asshole. It's like, it's worse than that. It's not even. That's not the issue.
Imagine that. You get ready, and you're like, "What is that?" It looks like a Demogorgon coming out at you.
Are you on your period?
Like your
Yeah.
period.
We used to think it was like something to do with the moon, but I don't think it
The
is.
fuck does that mean?
Like, you know, the cycle brings it out of you.
yeah,
The hemorrhoid?
Yeah. Like it's that time, but I don't think it holds.
I think
up.
it's you pushing too hard when you're taking a shit. But every time I was taking a shit, the moon
Even
was full.
diarrhea once. Today was loose. I drank hard yesterday.
Okay, all right.
It was
Okay.
loose and fucking, you know, that kind. And still
I
bloody.
love a diarrhea. I love.
I know he says
Love
that
it.
all the time.
It comes out. It's a fun one.
Well,
As long
if
as
you're
safe,
if you're
it's
you,
a fun one.
as long as you're safe.
Dude,
There's no pain. It just.
there are times where like I'll be sitting on the toilet just laughing. I'm like this is unbelievable.
You know what it is? It's one of those planes that drops like the water over a fire.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes you're like, how did I even hold that in? There's no consistency to it. Dude, I had diarrhea so bad.
It's like a hole got poked in a water balloon.
Yeah.
somehow you you
Like,
kept
did
it
I
closed.
remove the balloon and still hold it the shape? I had it in. I was skiing with comedians and I had diarrhea so bad. And I was like, I gotta go.
That's got to be one of the worst places in the world.
yeah.
Yeah,
On
and
the
then
ski
so I
mountain.
started skiing down, and then I had to stop. And I'm like, I could see the lodge, but I had to stop and like cross my legs because I'm like, I won't make it. And then I was just like, fuck. And then I'd wait there for like 2 minutes. You don't regain
Go.
control.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think I'm okay.
Stop again. Stop. Go. Stop.
I
Go.
didn't-
You
I
almost
had
got
to,
to
It's like a
sit on
video
your
game where you
skis.
gotta hide and like regain your health back.
Yeah,
Get your
yeah.
turbo back.
It's a sports podcast.
Oh man.
Yeah, Diplo is a homo.
Well, so we
Interesting.
did the it was like an "Are you gay?" test with Josh Potter.
Instagram
It was an Instagram. It was so stupid.
Yeah.
But one of them was like, when you see two guys kissing,
And Josh Potter's like, I don't see shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen me?
it was like A, A, B, C, and it was like feel okay, feel weird, feel whatever, and everybody was kind of like answering like, it's fine, and I was like, I'm gonna be honest here. Every time I see that, I don't have a problem with it, but I still go like, whoa.
See what?
Seeing like two guys like hardcore make out.
It's weird.
Especially if it's like, you know what? Actually, if I
A
saw two
mustache
gay
and a
guys do it,
mustache.
but when I see like an actor that I know is straight or something like that, or Diplo, what I thought was straight, when I
Episode
see like
3 of,
two guys going at it, I'm always like, holy shit, they went for it there.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have a problem with it or whatever, but we're
It's
still
just
at a
your
point where I'm
upbringing.
going.
It takes you out of it for a second where you're like, whoa.
And I'm
you
sure
guys
like
are doing
one
that?
more generation or two more will just, it won't even affect them. But
Bobby Lee
after
and
I said that, everybody kind of went like, oh yeah, well, me too, yeah.
It's just. It's not like you're angry. It's just like what you were raised. It's just like that wasn't
crazy.
for the first 10 years of your life. That wasn't a possibility.
Right.
Yeah,
It's just like,
I
that's
go
wild.
even further. I grew up in quite a bubble
Yeah.
where it was like I remember the first time I met a Jewish person. I was in New York. I was like
Wow.
I was like 21 years old in New York. I was like,
I got a lot of big noses here.
I was talking to Keith. Keith's like, I'm not working today. I was like, why? It's like, it's Rosh Hashanah. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
What does that even mean?
I was like, you're from Massachusetts and Jewish? What the hell?
Yeah, dude, Barstool was very wacky with the Jews. Dave and Keith being Jewish from Boston, you're not
Portnoy's Jewish?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Portnoy?
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
How about this yesterday on the rundown? Dave was anti-NDA. I was like,
Really?
Of all people.
How's he anti-NDA?
we were just talking about Tiger. It was mostly
Yeah.
because he's so anti-Tiger that no matter what about that story, he was going to be anti-Tiger. But he's
Yeah.
like, imagine how bad you got to be to make like your girlfriend sign some paperwork saying
Not
you won't talk
girlfriend,
about it.
some random slut.
And I was like, it's not, but, it's like you're gonna talk about your money, you're gonna talk about your family, you're gonna probably pee on this girl if you're Tiger Woods. You're gonna do all sorts of stuff, and you just want to make sure. And he was like, and I'm sitting there like looking around, I'm like looking at Eddie like, is he serious?
Wow.
Does Dave Portnoy
Wow.
not get the value of an NDA
He
right
should
now?
have one.
I
But I
think
love that
NDAs
girl suing him. Where it's like, I want to be free of the NDA, and then Tiger's response is, "There is none. There is no NDA."
Did he say that? There's
Yeah,
no NDA.
Yeah, he's like, we don't even have one with you, and we will not renege the one you have, but you don't have that. Because even saying I have an NDA is like that's against the rules too.
I also think like if there was a bombshell, like if he really did some terrible abusive shit,
Yeah.
I think she would have just said it. I don't think he'd go to the court.
it's gonna be just like I want to sell a story. Like
I bet you he did some
he
kinky
came early
shit.
or what.
'Cause-
Anything.
No, I bet you it's going to be some stuff that's like foul because Tiger's wacky, but it's going to be.
he made
It's kind
her
of going to be like the
call
Army
him his
Hammer
kid's
situation.
name. Some shit like that. People are gonna be like, ugh.
I think like violence and stuff like that. I think that stuff like violates an NDA and like makes it.
Yeah,
null
that's what I'm
and
saying.
void.
You would
Yeah.
just like.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yes,
she would have just.
I don't
said
think
it.
you would go to the court and be like, Tiger like used to beat me. Am I allowed to talk about it? You would just be like, here
But
it is,
also, NDAs are
motherfuckers.
tough because also like if you
do
sue
you
someone
enforce it? They give you
for
money back?
violate, that's almost confirming it.
Right.
If someone violates an NDA and you're like, we're suing you, we're taking you to court, you violated the NDA. It's like, well, now it's
Yeah,
gonna be in the
yeah,
sto-
yeah.
in the news a whole bunch more.
I would
and shit like
imagine
that.
what it is it's just like it's a line of defense that's like this is gonna be a fucking pain in the ass for everybody. You're gonna have to pay lawyers. You're gonna like that's why. But like some of these people where it reaches a level where it matters. It's like I'm gonna write a book and make all the
DiCaprio,
money
for sure.
and
You
then,
can't fuck DiCaprio without signing shit.
Whoa.
Dude, I know. I mean, I know of like
You can't walk through the door.
I know
Or
of like
Bieber,
lower.
Forget it.
I've heard rumors of like lower level like athletes and shit that aren't like even superstars. That are,
Dude,
like,
I fucked
come
chicks
through the
in
door,
past
sign the
that
paper.
would just start blabbing about the celebrities
Yeah.
they fucked, and then you got to be like,
Please don't.
No matter what happens here, you're gonna tell people. About
Right.
this.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, that's why like you can have them sign it, but it's just, like if you fuck a random, you're
When I was
subject.
They would start telling
Even if
you
fuck
before
you
you
have
fucked
your
them?
girlfriend. Like eventually
Yeah.
you're gonna.
And it's like they didn't sign an NDA; they were just telling me about, and it was like, "This is the reason you have them because these chicks are tacky."
Dude, but I'd be like, I don't want to hear about you fucked LeBron.
Yeah.
Right.
let's
chick you're
just have
dating.
sex and
Yeah.
like why are you telling? I'd be like, why are you telling me this?
You're ruining. This is not the game to play.
Yeah.
Well, also,
Yeah.
I would-
Tell me
you're a
you-
virgin.
Tell me you've never even hugged somebody before.
Yeah.
Like that.
I'm excellent at sex, and I've never done it.
right. I learned these things practicing at home.
Some guy in second grade tried to hold your hand once and your dad beat him up. Like that's the shit I want to hear.
Yes.
I feel like an NDA is also probably like public declarations. Like you're allowed to like talk to your girlfriends, right?
I used to do commercials, and sometimes like when Apple would have a commercial, they before you even audition, they make you sign an NDA, and I would just take a picture of it and post it on Twitter.
Here's the new
Like,
iPhone.
this is not binding. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Would you tell you post a picture after you signed it or before?
Ooh, good question. I don't remember. Let's say both.
While he's signing it. Yeah, I do think it's one of those things where lawyers are probably like, we'll make it really big with a lot of words. And we'll
gives
say
people
you're not allowed
doubt.
to talk about it.
It
And
gives
then-
people some
yeah.
doubt.
And then they just
Yeah.
pause and they go, I can't say that, you know.
Yeah.
I also think it makes people feel like special. Like, no, like you're my real girl.
really know
You're in the
stuff.
circle. I'm gonna tell you everything. You dumb
Right.
fucking bitch.
I think I remember like yeah. I mean everyone you were saying lower level. Like I remember when Drake had the thing. Remember when Drake like getting like a rim job was like a big deal.
Yeah.
And it was like
Drake has
like,
gotten so many rim jobs.
So
So many.
So
like,
many.
Like I would bet the most rim
most.
jobs.
Wow.
Out of anyone on earth, I bet Drake has got the
Because
most
most people
rim
don't
jobs.
want rim jobs, celebrity wise, and so if you do want one,
Oh, I
you're in the
disagree.
league. You think most?
Oh, I think
I
everybody.
would've gotten a
I
rim
think at
job.
this point everybody wants a rim job.
I don't care for them.
Well, we know why.
Yeah, I feel bad for the chick.
If you got a normal asshole, maybe you can get one. You
Yeah.
sick fucking freak. So I would actually, please tell me that's never happened.
Gotten a rim job?
Yeah.
Yeah, once. I just felt really bad for her. It didn't do anything for me, and I just
she
was feeling
cried.
bad the whole time.
Yeah, it's because it's. Oh, gee, the disrespect to Colleen on this episode is just
Not
through the
paying
roof.
attention at all.
She's trying to block this out forever. Yeah, that's because that girl. That's more like giving a blowjob to you. She's like sucking on things. back
Sucking
there.
on things.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a bunch of clits back there. Sports podcast.
That was my fault for bringing that even up.
I still got this man pond we got to deal with later.
Yo,
Guys,
let
I'll be
me
at
tell
the
you
Beacon
this.
March 24th. Everyone get tickets now at AriShaffir.com.
So this
I'm
weekend,
coming to that, by the way.
Are you?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
This weekend, the building shut off running water, but it ran.
Why? Portnoy wanted to fucking tell you guys you're not cutting your weight.
It
Views
ran
are down. We
through.
lost Girls Gotta Eat, and then we got our whatever it is, and then
No water, no food until we get the views. It ran through all day Monday, though. Usually they do that shit on off hours of the weekend, but it went through Monday. So yesterday at the office was like there was no running water on this floor, though. So everyone, you had to go upstairs to go to the bathroom.
Weird.
And what we learned real quick is that everybody disregarded that rule real
Peed in
fast.
an empty toilet.
And I,
Shit.
I-
in an
dude,
empty
so
toilet.
he went to the
Yeah.
bathroom and there was someone shitting, and then I went like 20 minutes later, and maybe that was just one really long shit, but I'm pretty sure it was a second person in there shitting. And I was like, man, you know, on the one hand, it could be an emergency, but on the other hand, you got to be a real
Go up a
like
floor.
you just go up one
Go
floor.
up floor.
But
But
as I
also-
say that, I went in there and I went right past the sign that said out of order, and I pissed.
But
in the
I was-
urinal.
Yeah, it turns
Pissing
out
in
it
the
is in
urinal.
order.
But
it holds my dump. It's not out of order. It's like that
Yeah, that-
escalator joke.
yeah, it can't
A
be
broken
broken.
escalator is just
Yeah.
stairs.
I mean,
Did someone shit on
smelled-
shit?
It smelled so bad.
It it smelled like it.
If somebody shit on shit, that's another level. That's
savage
you are,
unbehaviour.
you are, yeah. If you're plopping into someone else's,
I wouldn't even shit on piss. Like I would.
No way. You got to flush first.
Yeah,
yeah, 'cause
like-
what if there's splashback?
Right.
Flashback. There
It
will
is. If you shit on shit, you're a
Also, what if you get a
savage.
ball dipper? You know, if it's
Yeah,
a high
yeah.
level and you get
Yeah,
a
you
ball
got a
dipper
long ball
in
day.
piss.
But it was
lose
some
a
Lord
ball
of the
that
Flies
way.
shit, man. And I was like, I would venture to guess any group of people would do this, but Barstool Sports failed that test with flying colors. Like we all were just like,
You really had to
well, we're
lock the
using
door.
the bathroom all day, no matter what. Those the poor fucking
It
clean
smelled
ladies that go
terrible.
in there.
It was like you smelled
Like
like,
I
walking
hope
by
that
it.
woman walks in and just like throws a bleach bomb first.
I think she
before-
should just light it on
Fuck this
fire.
place.
She should burn this place down.
I would actually quit. I think I would quit. I'd be like, I'm not cleaning this.
Yeah.
You guys clean this yourself. I'll clean the rest of it, but I'm not going to those bathrooms, you fucking
Dude,
animals.
I did that in college once where I got like I was a job like as like a fucking bar back.
Yeah.
And, like first night, I went into the bathroom after like 3 a.m. at a bar.
Yeah.
College dive bar. I was like, I quit.
No, I'm not doing this.
I'm
Yeah.
not doing this.
With
I'm
the bar
fucking-
we were at
you
in
don't have
Arizona.
time.
Yeah,
You think
it's
I'm mopping up this puke and this piss and this shit everywhere?
Oh,
like,
like that's not what I'm doing.
I was
here.
like,
I
quit.
will
Like,
fill the ice tray. and,
Right. I was,
you know.
I was hired to be a bar back. I'm not doing this.
I love when it's so clear. Like, oh no, not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just done here. The bar we went to in Arizona, someone shit in the urinal, which is like,
Wow.
That's
how.
got- you
Also,
gotta-
how?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, how was
The
it not piss on?
logistically.
Like, so you think that they had to piss and then turn around? Because like if you're just
Yeah,
shitting in
oh.
the urinal, then you're pissing on the floor.
you know,
So you
that's
gotta
also a
piss,
very
and then you
popular.
gotta
Well,
turn-
they probably just piss on the floor.
me and Renaziz used this thing where we would just fuck with people. He'd stand. I mean, it's illegal, I guess, but he'd stand in the bathroom in the like the shitter place. So and he'd wait and hold a phone up. And then we'd wait for someone to come in, and then I would go in and piss next to them. A variety of things. One, I would take
what?
my pants all the way down.
Okay, so you're at the urinal naked.
Yeah, and then while they're next to me and try not to look, and Steve's just recording it. And then another time you piss backwards. So the urinal's here. You gotta like come in this way, dip your dick down.
No,
And go like that. And if
Get
if somebody looks like, and just piss
you can
backwards.
get it in.
Yeah.
I know what I'm
Mostly.
trying later.
Yeah.
I'd have to do it like this. I'd have to like hold my balls up.
Up and then pull it
piss
down.
between it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
your
The
balls.
balls are hard to get out of the way.
Yeah, or you have to split your balls.
Yeah, that's why I like. the two
Yeah,
fingers,
yeah,
like,
you
can
pull it up.
scoop.
Yeah.
Try it.
I mean, I'm definitely gonna.
If
how
someone's
far,
there-
how far do you think you can pee from a urinal?
Away from it.
Yeah.
Depends.
This guy last year said he could pee like. I think he was sitting there and he said like I could pee.
I think it's like hit the trash barrel, the chair.
It's retarded. What you
yeah,
just
I
said
mean
was
it's just
retarded.
it's
No way.
just not true.
That's not true.
It's just not.
I think,
If,
dude.
if it was way low, if you're on a mountaintop, maybe.
No chance. No chance.
Man, I
Even
I
then, the
still
laws of
don't
physics,
think
you
it's
still gotta
crazy.
Get the
I
velocity
gotta pee
going.
right now. Let me try it.
yeah.
We did. So after
Oh.
that episode, I went and I peed and I got like 3 squares of
You gotta,
tile
like,
away.
Really?
That was it.
But you
But
gotta
that was
hold
like
it, like pinch, and then like
push. Yeah,
But
like a
even
hose.
still,
Yeah.
That's your very first burst.
It's
and
very
that's
first,
it.
and then it slows down
Yeah,
from there.
and
But all
you're-
you do
and
is
you're
get
not-
a touch.
It's
Just get one drop.
One drop. It's
Yeah.
like, ring. This is disgusting. This popped up on.
Emily Ratajkowski has a podcast.
I'd laugh at it, but we have a podcast.
Dude, podcasts are done.
Dude. We gotta find a new
Oversaturated.
career.
Yeah,
fast.
that is true. That might be like the last moment.
It's
Like, we're done with it.
Models are doing it.
There was someone who retweeted the podcast clip recently, and it was a viral clip. You might have seen it, but a girl like sneaking out. She was sleeping with her boyfriend, and she snuck out while he was asleep. Fucked her ex-boyfriend in a gas station bathroom.
No.
He came in her. She went back to her boyfriend's apartment. He like woke up from his sleep and was hungry. I'm not hungry. Horny. Started eating her
Hungry
out.
too, yeah.
And was like, "Baby, your pussy tastes so good right now." And she's like, "And he's eating my ex-boyfriend's cum out of my pussy." And
I remember that.
Women,
I
remember that?
Yeah.
They're just vile beasts.
Someone just tweeted my favorite. These are my favorite kind of podcasts. The one where a guy who thinks he's Bradley Cooper interviews a girl who was deprived of oxygen at birth.
How about this one? What do you got for this one?
Okay.
This is from Reddit. Today I fucked up by getting tested to donate a kidney to my wife. I decided to get tested to see if I could donate a kidney to my wife of 6 years. We have 2 kids together, 4 and 2. My wife got sick just after our son was born and now is in need of a kidney transplant. We checked with all of her relatives. None were a match or a viable donor. Last week I got tested. I knew it would be a long shot, so I decided to get tested to see if I could donate. I got a call the other day saying that I was a match. The doctor then said something about wanting to do additional testing for some information for the HLA tissue test results. I didn't think much of it, agreed. Then the results came back and I was shocked and confused. He explained that because of how DNA information is passed down through generations from a parent to a child, you'd have to have at least a 50% match. Siblings can have a match anywhere from 0 to 100%. It was rare to have a high match as a husband and wife. I asked what that means. They said you have an abnormally high match percentage. Long story short, we're related. I was put up for adoption before I was born, placed into a family that moved across the country. I knew I was adopted, but we didn't have any information about my bio family. It was a closed adoption. I met my wife by chance 8 years ago. I was on a trip from work, and she was working at the site we went to. We worked together for a week. We exchanged numbers. We kept in touch. I was sent back there 3 more times that year. We became closer, yada, yada.
This guy writes too much.
And
I fucked my sister. It's one sentence.
yeah.
I'm adopted. I fucked my sister.
Bro, you find out you have 2 kids, though? I mean, I guess they're...
But they're both
bad.
fine.
Not
Yeah,
knockdowns?
It said like they're okay. I think he had like an edit that was like, yeah, we're
Probably
not.
at least stupid.
I was gonna say they're at least assholes.
I thought it was like 100%, and maybe it's just like what people tell you as a kid, so you don't
will
have sex
have-
with your hot cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But, like,
I
yeah.
had a cousin.
Yeah, with a hot cousin.
I think you can dodge a bullet. I think you
You
can dodge a
can.
bullet.
Game of
yeah.
Thrones, they do all the time.
But dodging
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, the fucking
think the
British
odds are
royal
just higher.
family.
Yeah.
Is,
It's like driving drunk. You mostly don't crash.
right. Right.
The truth they don't want to tell you.
I would say 99% of all drunk driving, you succeed.
Succeed.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
but you don't want to risk that 1%. That's the same. You know.
yeah, you do. That's why you do it. You do want to risk it.
You mostly don't crash.
I mean, that's the reality.
You mostly
of it.
don't crash. There are a lot less police officers than you think.
It's like the ads for like condoms. You know, it's either this or this, and it's like it shows condom or a baby, and you're like, but it's not either that or that.
yeah.
It's not either that or that. It's a lot of times it's fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucking. You just it should be either this or that. You just see a chick's face covered in semen. Because there's third options, which are also really cool.
Dude, I was at an OBGYN once, and there was
We're just trying to get laid.
just picking up
That's where you
chicks.
pick up chicks.
You single? I'll raise it.
Notice you don't have no lungs.
what's your plan? What are you, pro-life, pro-choice? I'll decide which way I'm going to go with this. But the
Just in case I don't pull out, what would you do?
on the fucking wall they had like a poster of like they like rating the like almost like an Uber system where like they're rating the stars of different contraceptives.
Yeah.
And 5 stars were IUDs. IEDs too. They both
That's
work pretty
great.
well.
You ain't gonna have a baby with one of those.
4 stars were fucking like condoms and fucking birth control and shit like that. And 3 stars, which is a very satisfactory rating, was pulling out. And I was like, oh, if you guys are saying this,
Pulling out works.
100% of the time.
100% of the time.
I just don't think it does.
It does.
I have a scientific study. 0 kids.
Here's what doesn't work. Barely pulling out.
Yeah, you got to fully
far,
pull out.
far less effective.
When you want it to feel good.
Yeah.
You
Everyone
gotta
does this.
You got to ruin your orgasm.
It's like it's shooting and the seam is coming down the shaft and you're like pulling out right there. That's like not it.
It stays. The cum stays exactly where you know what I mean.
When you do that, that's like
it's like jumping on a train. You know what I mean? Like the cum just stays right where it is. And puts you
yeah,
on
exactly. It just stays there.
It's like how Dobby got killed. The little Harry Potter reference for everybody when they throw the knife through the fucking like time hole.
Dobby hurt.
I don't know Harry Potter references, but that sounds wild. Throw the knife through the time hole and kill Dobby. Yeah, you got to make sure you have to have the awareness to ruin your own orgasm and be like, I'm gonna pull this out a little early and fucking jerk it off.
It is always a tough conversation you have in your head. You're like, this is about done.
Yeah. How many more can I get in? How many more strokes can I get in?
And you're like, this is the best part.
Yeah,
so you definitely don't want to leave early.
And your brain is
the last thing you want to do is pull out and then have to jerk for
That's
a little
so
while.
embarrassing. You're like, oh,
That's
sorry. Yeah.
I've said when I was like younger, I was like so scared. And somehow I've gotten less scared of it, I guess, just because it's worked so many times. But like when I was younger, I'd pull out so early that like basically it was just like me and a girl wrestled for a while, and then I jerked off while sitting on her. Like that was how I had sex.
Sometimes a girl too is like she'll be like, come in my mouth, and you're like, okay, tell me before you come, and then you're like, okay, I'm pulling out, and then she'll like get a hair tie, and I'm like, dude, get the fuck down there.
How this works
right now. You gotta fucking spin and go. The fuck are you doing buying your time? That's nuts. These chicks got to work on their game.
For real. You
before you go, you
in
gotta
a second.
You test them how fast they can do up downs.
No, it should be like
fire feet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like in the NBA when you have to have a certain amount on the clock to get a shot off. You know,
right.
You got a certain amount of time.
0.3.
Yeah, 0.3 seconds. You have to be there.
Have you ever faked it?
Faked an orgasm?
Yeah.
Only in condoms.
Oh, really?
You do it.
Dude,
yeah.
I did it one time.
Then you got to fill it up with like some lotion and shit and throw it in the trash.
I did
I
it
think
once.
you can fake if you're leaving it in and be like, I don't know, there just wasn't a lot.
Yeah, I guess. You probably do that.
Unless you like are blasting loads, you know.
But that's
if it's
you
your second or
can't
third
feel
time.
a little. Colleen.
No, Colleen.
Can you feel? Can you feel?
Colleen,
it
don't
when it's
answer
happening
this
beside
question.
you?
I think they can feel it, but I don't think. I think if you're just like, listen, I don't know. You didn't feel that time? I don't know. Whatever. It didn't. There wasn't a lot.
I've done it before where like it
Shooting
was
blanks.
I pulled out. It's like the first time I ever had sex with this girl, and I faked it. It was like we were in the morning. It was the morning because I was too drunk to get up the night before.
Yeah.
And then I was still so fucked up, and like we'd done drugs, just fucking a mess. And so like it was just like I was just pushing rope, and I pulled out, and I was like, oh, I finished, and like I figured like that was gonna be in it. She's like, okay, whatever, and she stood up, and we were on blue sheets. And she stood up and held up the sheet. She's like, where is it? And I was like,
she called you on it?
I was like, what the fuck?
That's so
Like,
fucked. It's like,
I
obviously,
thought you knew I was lying.
right.
Like, you were
right.
here.
This is one of those agreed upon things, you know?
It's just like, let me off the hook with it.
Yeah, right.
We
like,
both know I'm lying. Don't call me on
right.
it.
It's the same thing. We've been letting you guys do it. Like you,
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
You know? I'm not grilling you
You want
about
it to
your
be done,
fakes.
so this is the best way to do it.
I pulled out a game on a rug once, and it just like it was
Soaked
like
it in.
it was like mystery. It was like, where did it go? And I was like, I'm gonna get this from my house, wherever this rug is. It's like calling the concierge. Well, so what do you have? What's laying down in room 103 here?
Like a
It's
gum
amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's a rug that's soaked with the cum of people for the last 3 decades.
I came on a wall once.
A wall?
In college, one of the first chicks I fucked, I think the second chick I ever fucked, and I just blasted a load inside her, and she's like, did you just come inside me? And I was like, yeah. What do you mean? Because the first girl was like on the pill. We talked about it. I was like, are you not? And she goes, you don't just assume that. I'm like, fuck.
Oh no.
They didn't
So the
teach me
next
this in
time,
Judaism
she
school.
was like, you got to pull out. I was like, okay. And then I pulled out, but I didn't know what to do with it. Yeah, so I just turned
that
to the
age,
side.
too,
It was
you're
on her
like-
bunk bed, turned to the side, shot on the wall, and it just dripped down to where her roommate slept.
Oh God.
Yeah. She's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? On my stomach."
It is
Sports
pretty funny
podcast.
how that's just.
I had a buddy. We had an apartment in like a summer share house kind of deal, and he would do kind of what Kevin did or what you did too. Where like it was just when he was jerking off. I don't think he had sex the whole summer, but when he was jerking off, he would just turn and come on the floor, and it was a hardwood floor, and he wouldn't clean it up.
Ugh.
So like it would just collect like dust. So if you looked in his room, it was just like black splotches.
Colleen left, by the way. She's done.
But it would be like, but it would still be wet under.
I don't know.
Would it be like a Viet Cong trap?
Dude, so one day when he was at work, we turned it looked like a jungle floor.
Wow.
So we turned it, we got a paper mache, we made a paper mache tree, and we had it stretch out to his ceiling fan, and we just played Toto Africa, because it looked like the jungle. There was so much cum and so much like dusted collected that it looked like a jungle
great.
floor.
That's great.
I thought you would like that one.
I do. I like it. I like it.
The shit you do when you're, I was gonna say younger, but it probably just keeps going.
It stays.
Yeah, like you don't really. That's
As long as you don't have
terrible,
kids.
I'm sure.
Dude,
but,
I was
you know,
fucking nailing beer pong. Me and Sal. I've never been that on. I've never been that on.
You are pathetic.
Last night,
I made more than
How
I
old are
missed.
you?
I'm 48.
48 with hemorrhoids, playing fucking beer pong
yeah.
with
That's
Sal.
that's the fucking life, baby.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I mean, I woke up still drunk today. It's rare that I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I'm still fucked up.
How late
I'm
were you
okay.
out?
Not crazy late. 2:30.
Have you
late.
slowed down at all? Or are you drinking the same amount you like always have?
No, I'll just have days where you go for it.
Yeah,
Generally,
yeah.
I don't drink much. No,
But
I've been
so
drinking
it's
hard
the
lately.
frequency that goes down. But
Yeah, but this
the
last road
consumption
trip
is-
was like I was like, no, next week I'm taking off. And I
Yeah.
was like, no, shit, no, next week I'm taking off.
Yeah.
There's always something that pops
Yeah.
up, and
That is the worst. And
I
next
can't believe
thing
you're still
know,
playing
like you're
beer
a
pong,
quarter
bro.
of the way through the year. You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
It was San Jose. I'm like,
Next
no,
year. We'll
no,
start next
I'm
year.
not doing it in San Jose. And the opener's like, come on, have a drink. I'm like, I've got to take 3 days off.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks already that I've wanted to take a day off.
Yeah.
It's San Jose. You guys fucking suck. This is not a party city.
that is one of the more. I remember Bert when we went to Amsterdam was talking about he was going to take off the next city, and I think it was Antwerp.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, that sucks. When if you live in the city that people say they look at the map and they go, all right, I'll take off.
Yeah,
that
it's
city."
gotta
Yeah.
suck.
It's like
Dude,
San
the
Jose.
first
If you
sober
miss
October-
San Jose, nobody cares.
The first sober October we did, Bert was like, okay, I got to take off. And then he had never been to Australia before. And he goes, I'm going to take off in, I guess, August or whatever it was. And I was like, I looked at the schedule. I'm like, oh, dude, you that's 3 of those weeks you're in Australia. He goes, so? I'm like, oh, you don't understand.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to not drink in
Yeah,
Australia.
it's not. It's just
Certain
not.
places
They'll
you
be
just
mad
can't.
at you.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah.
The country
They'll
will be
treat
mad at
you. Yeah, it's like you're disrespecting them.
Yeah, their national bird is a shoey. like, yeah, you just can't. You just can't. They drink so fucking hard.
I heard the other day you were.
What'd you hear?
I think were you like the second or first guest on Rogan, something like that.
I was early for sure. We used to do it when it was a webcam. We'd have to crowd around, and then we figured out if we sat 3 to a couch, it wouldn't work. So we'd have to sit 1 on a couch, 2 on the floor to like
From
hold
one
the frame.
webcam?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I knew you were early on, but somebody brought up. They told me like a trivia question, like first Joe Rogan guest, and I said Red Band, and they were like, nope, it was Ari Shaffir.
It might have been. It might be me.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Me, Heffron, Eddie Bravo, Diaz. Yeah, we'd
So
go
you
to his
sat.
house. We'd get high.
One
Yeah.
up and 2 on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, me and Diaz did a bunch. It was just like Justin TV would put them out.
I don't even know what that is.
Justin.tv. It was like
Wow.
it was a web streaming site.
Really?
Yeah, it was like
Crazy.
that predated the podcast. We were just like, let's get on there. But there was no money in it.
Right.
It was
Yeah.
like, this
You
will
so
be
you guys
fun.
were doing it just for the love.
Yeah, it was just like
was
cool.
Ro-
We had
like-
like hundreds of people listening.
Right.
we're
And
like,
at that
"Oh,
point, it was like
cool."
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we do it from green rooms.
And people and like was.
But tune in, comment on the side. You could read what they said.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
always
Yeah.
live. Yeah, when he stopped streaming, I was like, oh, you stopped streaming live? He goes, years too late. We were taking wild risks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
With
yeah.
as popular as this got, to do this live
Right.
is such a mistake.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
I guess
especially
so.
with the guys that were coming through. Like you're
Yeah.
always taking a
We're
chance.
going for the line.
Yeah. Although I will
course we're
be
gonna
honest,
step
like
over.
I mean, how much do you think like he and all those guys are editing their podcast now?
They do it a little. And every time it comes up, we're like, I'm going to take this out. I'm always like,
Why?
what? You don't have to.
Yeah, but we'll if something like a personal detail or something comes up, we'll do that.
That's
but
it.
like
That's the only
getting
thing.
in
It's
trouble
like-
or
yeah.
like I don't know.
If I said somebody's somebody's cheating on their wife, and I was like, ah, shit, I think they're still together. Can you not?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
But
That's
otherwise, like,
it. Yeah.
we
It's just like people are like, oh, it wasn't funny. I'm like, that's fine.
we did
Yeah,
our
right.
our
Yeah.
daily. Like if I'm not like trying to make us look good for an
No.
edit. Like we're just putting the podcast out.
Yeah.
We did our daily rundown show live one time, and I think one time only. It was one and done, right?
I think so.
We
Oh, really? Yeah.
we streamed it. It was when Facebook Live first became a thing, and we were like, we're gonna do this every day. We'll put it out as we usually do, but also if you want to watch when we record, like in the afternoon. And we had a guest on, which is also very rare. So it was like two very rare. It was usually just me, Portnoy, and Big Cat every day, all day. Filmed it the same way, recorded it, put it the same way.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we have a guest, and we're doing it live. And this girl joined the show and was like,
Like not a comedian. Like she
yeah,
she like
she's
worked
a
in
sports
sports.
reporter, but just like kind of like Barstool's
This sometimes
style.
goes
and
nuts because sometimes they try to keep up with like funny
that's
people.
kind of what I think
And-
happened. But she was just kind of like, well, that's what the Mexicans do or whatever. And I mean, I remember being
I
on
don't
that
remember exactly
panel.
what she said, but it was definitely Mexicans.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh boy. Yeah. And I tried to like throw her a bone and laugh at it and kind of. I was like,
That's
I
the
can
worst.
kind of say these things and like get away with it, but you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it ended, and she was like, "That was okay, right?" And I was like, "Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. If you're looking for a new job,
Can you
it's
please
okay."
get the fuck out of here before you look at your phone? Because you're gonna have a breakdown.
Oh
You're
my
gonna have
God.
a problem.
I do remember that she was kind of scrolling, like just like, oh, to this day.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like I mean, live shit is
Like, oh, she was like fired before she like left the apartment.
yeah, it was like you're done.
Dude, I'm about to take down all my old podcasts.
So I
I'm
actually
like, it's not going to do any good, and it's just there for the people who
You
are
should.
looking to like hurt people.
You should.
And the zeitgeist changes. So the stuff you could say, the best example of this is "Don't ask, don't tell." Remember that?
Yeah.
Gays weren't allowed in the military.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton was like, "How about we change it where you just can't ask them their sexual preference, and if
everyone's
they
like-
don't tell you, it's fine."
everyone's like, good compromise.
Yeah, but if you do this now, if like gays aren't allowed to say they're gay, you'd be like, get him fired.
Yeah,
But
totally.
it was like groundbreakingly
Yeah.
like progressive at the time. So it shit changes. So anything you said 10 years ago,
I
it's like, it just
we
won't
used to
fly.
do
I was
all
saying
of
that
our
with like the like new Instagram memories. Like I don't want to see what I fucking used to say. shit
Oh,
like that.
yeah.
Like, it's not. I don't want to see what I used to look like. Because I used to look better. And also like I don't want to see the like shit I used to think was funny. 'Cause I'm like, guess what? I probably fucking don't think that like it evolves. It changes. Like I probably just don't think that's funny anymore.
Yeah,
not
we're like,
that
I'm
I think
not
it's
friends with
offensive.
that guy anymore.
Right.
That too.
we had all of our old podcasts on YouTube,
Yeah.
and then we took them down to make it an audio only product so that like we pushed the downloads. So we had this like probably hundreds of episodes on video. And then so when we were like as a company, we're like, we got to make a big push on YouTube. I was like, let's just re-release all our old episodes and we'll have, a treasure trove and we'll just get 1 million subscribers. And like the first episode, the first 3 minutes, I was like, nope.
Yeah, people
No one will
hearing
see
it right
these
now
ever.
of what was acceptable then, but
Yeah.
they're hearing it now, so it sounds like you said it now.
Right, and I don't expect people to be like looking like, oh, this was from 2015
No,
or
they
something.
won't. They
Why
won't.
would they?
Yeah.
When people are like, do your research, I'm like, I don't do my research either. Like,
No,
I just
exactly.
watch
I'll read
something.
I'll skim a headline.
I see a clip out of context and I react. That's the way the
That's
fucking
how
world
it
works.
is. Exactly.
What am I, a scientist? Do my research? Like I'm not even reading the
Fuck
other.
you,
I don't.
research.
There's
You do your
a.
research, bitch. What the fuck are you talking about?
I have to
I'm
pay
not
99
researching.
cents to read that article. Are you out of your fucking mind?
I think 95% of cancel culture would go away if you had a $1 paywall.
Yeah,
You're
probably.
like, I don't
Yeah,
want
never mind. Never
to
mind.
maybe catch them.
So you're at the Beacon on March? In
March 24th, I saw you guys at the Garden. That was the last time I think I saw you
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
Louis
Louis.
thing.
Louis.
Yeah.
You were lit.
Yeah. We had just come back from Amsterdam. Like
Yeah.
I was still drunk
right.
from
We
Amsterdam.
kept that
Oh, that's
train
right. You
rolling.
couldn't come to my travel
Dude,
podcast.
if I
because of
dude, if
that.
I came on that day, I would have died.
Oh,
Yeah, he was.
should've.
I remember him
would've
being.
aired it.
I think I preemptively said I will go do Ari myself. Don't worry.
I-
He was. on
Dude, like
one.
we had like landed from Amsterdam. I like went out
so
from there.
fucking cool.
And then like we like the next day was just like that. Like I like woke up still drunk then. We went to like pregame that and I was
You
like,
went straight
shit.
from there to pretty much to the Garden.
We landed Friday,
Basically.
Garden was Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fun time though.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was great.
You know what happened?
I
that
would
night?
like to do that show a separate time, but
Okay.
like a more sober time.
That night we were walking into the Garden. So we're walking. We had to go from 7th to 8th Avenue to get into the entrance we were going in.
Story tricks.
And there was this guy and this girl arguing, and she
Love it.
tried to walk away, and he kind of like grabbed her arm and like spun her like pretty fucking hard to the point that like our crew saw it and like we made eye contact, and she said to him like, yeah, like they fucking just saw that. And I kind of like I'm still walking, but I'm looking at her and I was like, are you good? And he was clearly shit-faced.
So tough, dude.
And I have a pretty steadfast rule of like I don't get involved.
Don't
in people's
get involved.
Shit, but he was also like really drunk, and I kept walking.
It has to be
and
real
It's been on my
violence.
mind for like.
It has to be real like punches to get involved.
Because I'm thinking like, what if I do get involved
and then it's
escalates,
worse later.
And
it's worse once you're gone.
Yeah.
If they're grabbing arms
right.
too much, and it's like even if it's gonna bruise the arm, it's like don't get involved. If it's a
Right.
punch, like this is as bad as it will be later.
Right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gotta
break it
stop
up.
that. But yeah, it's like, what if I make it worse? What if
and you don't know their fucking thing.
That might happen every day of the week.
We
as
tried
far
to
as
break
I know.
something. Me, List, and somebody tried to break a Cantor. I think tried to break up something.
Wait, what happened?
This guy was like holding this chick's purse, and she's like, "Give my fucking purse back." And he's just like, "No," and he was just like, I think he was a cook at a diner we're at. And he was just being real calm. She's like, "You fucking bitch!" And we got her like, "Ma'am, you okay?" And she goes, "Mind your fucking business, bitch!" And we're like, "Okay,
all right."
And then
Steal that one.
Cantor turned to the guy's like, "She's gonna get you fucking killed, dude." Yeah, and it was like, yeah, you don't know what's going into this
But
shit.
I've been thinking about that ever since. I was like,
You should have
to
hit
do
him.
the right thing.
You missed an opportunity. He would have let you. For sure. He'd be like, "I need to crisscross this like a stranger on a plane. I need you to hit my chick. I'll hit your chick. Just please. I know you're divorced. Come on. I'll help you out."
It is so funny too, just like everything, like the reversal of roles. Dude, there was one time, this is probably like college, maybe a little after, where I was getting hit by a girl in a bar. And it's like a girl I was seeing. And like, I mean, bro, she was like going to town on me. Like bang, bang, bang.
Like Rocky.
And it was just like a right, and like I was just kind of eating them. And the only reason someone stepped in is because she was wearing like a flowy like jumper. Someone like casually said to like, "Dude, excuse me,
Tit pop now.
your tits are out." Someone told her tits are popped out.
Yeah,
I was like,
tough.
"Thanks
How
for
do
the
you stop
backup,
that?
bro." Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
That's when Feidelberg had his window for a right cross.
Dude, we were in
Dude,
college.
that's crazy.
We were
that
in-
that can happen,
yeah.
and just like everyone,
And you just
like, yeah,
take it.
Right.
Even if you stop it too hard, you're at fault.
Yeah.
Dude, we were in college, and me and my friend Jesse saw this guy like hitting his girlfriend across the quad.
Get the fuck
And we were
out.
together, so it's like when you're together, it's like, you know, when you're like you have someone over your shoulder, so you have to tip $2 at a coffee shop instead of
Yeah.
$1.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you would never tip $2 anymore.
Right.
So we saw this guy hitting his chick, and we're like, let's do something. We got to stop this.
Yeah.
And so we went up there, like picked up our pace, went up there, and then it was a chick from the basketball team hitting her girlfriend.
No.
And we were like, "Trina, how are you?" And we just like,
Carry on.
"Nope, we're not. I don't know
Big
what
game
to do
last
here."
night.
Yeah.
Don't know what to do here.
Double I saw.
Yeah,
You're really
totally.
killing it on the boards.
Well played.
That's crazy.
Women's college
just,
double is 5-5.
Yeah. Sports podcast. Sports podcast.
Sports podcast.
Do you think that they'll ever just cancel the WNBA?
I mean, they'd have to just
Like,
let
whether-
it dissipate. It's so
Because
nothing.
like every year they ask for more. Like the latest round was the private planes for everybody, like chartered planes, and then people came out and were like, you haven't ever made a profit. Like
Fitzsimmons did a
where
joke.
does the money come from?
They
this?
don't. They just. They're
So how are you going to fly everyone in private planes?
When I've never watched a WNBA game, but like I've been in a bar where it's on in the background like that. I am always surprised by how full the crowd is. I can't imagine the TV ratings is very well.
They all moved down.
I think they moved down.
Oh,
and
I was in a
really?
Bullets game once. It was
think
during
those
a
are like,
blizzard.
you give
and-
them out.
and it was like no one showed up. It was like
Yeah.
3,000 people showed up. It was crazy. It was
Really?
a blizzard. And then they go at the end of the first quarter. They go, "Everyone, we invite you to move down."
Yeah.
And we filled up the blue seats.
Right.
And it was
And then-
fucking great.
And then it
but
looks,
if you
it
just
feels-
you don't show this part.
Yeah, that makes sense. So stupid.
and I would
don't do that.
imagine a lot of that's like, here's fucking 50 tickets to the Girl Scout group and this.
Yeah.
Simmons had a joke about it when they traded Brittany Griner for that the Merchant of Death, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, "That's the first WNBA trade I've heard of." That's how little nobody cares about that sport.
I love when the WNBA when someone like goes on like the IR because they're pregnant.
They're pregnant.
It's like
for the
IR
season,
growing a
baby.
human.
Yeah.
Human life.
Dude, it's just.
But they
such
can't-
Do you ever hear
you
that
can't shut
prank
it
call
down.
to the WNBA?
No.
No.
It
What's
was
that?
it was this guy, and he was like, when they were asking for more money, he called one of the teams. Let's say the Mercury.
Good for you for knowing the Mercury.
I know one team,
I know the Liberty.
Liberty.
How many? Wait,
Connecticut.
let's
try it.
do
Okay.
it. How many?
Sun,
Mercury, Sparks.
Sparks.
LA Sparks, New York Liberty, Mercury,
I think Connecticut Sun. I think they play
Connecticut-
Mohegan Sun.
The menopause,
the
the fucking dumb bitches.
We said Sparks. It's LA Sparks, right?
Starts LA
Sparks,
yeah.
Liberty, Mercury, Soul.
Soul?
is what it is.
Storm. Is there a storm?
I think there might be a storm.
That might be.
Can you pull
hockey.
these up, Paps?
Yep.
Fuck.
They're all usually. I think there's the like
They don't
the
go
Queens or
plurals,
the
huh?
Monarchs or something. Like they usually do like sso I think there's
Oh yeah, like
really?
the
like
Sacramento. Monarchs. I'm gonna say.
Instead of the Kings.
Houston has a team that they had like a 4-peat. They're
Really?
Houston.
And
There's
no one
12
even knows.
total.
There's 12
12?
teams.
There's only 12
that's
teams?
surprising.
I thought,
That's
okay.
surprising.
Okay, so we got Liberty, Sparks. You have the list out?
Yeah, I got the list
Okay,
out.
Liberty, Sparks,
Does
Mercury.
Lisa Loeb still
is there
play?
is there a
Oh, not
soul?
Lisa Loeb. There's
There is no soul.
What did you say it was?
I said Sun. Connecticut Sun.
Connecticut Sun.
No,
Connecticut.
yeah, there's Connecticut on.
Okay.
Yeah.
there's
thought it
a
was soul.
Connecticut team.
Yeah, they play Mohegan Sun.
Give me, you know what? Give me the city, and we'll see if we
It's
All
can
right,
get
good.
Atlanta. You're not gonna get this one.
What is it?
Dream. Atlanta.
No,
Dream.
definitely not gonna get that.
Chicago.
Hold on.
Oh wait, no, because I know Dan used to go. I know the colors are. It's who Diana
Elena Delle Donne.
Del Don played for. It's powder blue and yellow.
Yeah.
But
Chicago.
It's like Denver Nuggets colors.
Nope.
Chicago.
I don't. If you with an S,
Is that Storm?
Yep.
begins with an S.
Begins with an
Sky.
S. Yep.
Sky.
Ah,
Nice.
nice.
Indiana. You guys might be able to get this one.
Indiana.
It was like Pacers. Is Pacers related, sort of?
No.
No. Okay. Indiana Hoosiers.
They did
Indiana.
those Stranger Things uniforms a while back. That's how I know it. Indiana Fever.
Fever.
No.
I've never even
Not-
heard
that's
of
not
that
a good
one.
one.
Oh, Washington.
Washington,
It's
I know-
similar to
Capitals? No.
their NBA team.
General.
The
Bullets.
female senators?
That'd be funny. If they-
Mystics.
The Mystics.
Mystics.
I've heard of that one.
Oh, Wizards and Mystics. Yeah,
Dallas Wings.
yeah. Never have heard of that.
Never.
All of
That's
these I've
nuts.
like.
It
Oh,
should
I've
be
heard of
the
that, but I
Buffalo
don't remember.
Wings.
I've never
Las
heard of it.
Vegas.
That's gotta be it.
Aces.
Yep.
That's new. It's newer.
Minnesota. You guys had right.
No.
Is that
Minnesota.
Sparks?
Minnesota.
why-
It's similar to their NBA team, the Lynx.
Links.
Wait,
I should.
no.
Yeah.
I've heard
Well,
of that one.
I've
that,
heard
I mean
that
that's
one.
bad. This is a
Last
this
one,
is
Seattle
a
Storm.
this is a sports podcast.
Sports
folks.
podcast. So this guy called a WNBA team, the Sparks, and he goes, "Hey, I'm sorry this late notice. I need 10 tickets for tomorrow for my company. But can you get us 10 tickets all sitting together? I know it's early, it's late notice. We need 10 tickets together." They're like, "Absolutely, we can get that for you." He's like, "Sweet. Just want to know." Oh shit, what? Oh, I'm so sorry. It's the whole department. I need 50 tickets for tomorrow, all sitting together. I know this is tough. Like, we
gotcha.
gotcha. And he goes, "Really? Oh, that's so good. Actually," and he's like, "You think? No. Hey, so we're gonna get this whole company. Can you get us 200 tickets for tomorrow's game, all sitting together?" Like, absolutely, we can do that for you. And that's right when they were like, "We need more money." We're doing whatever.
Man.
Yeah.
Dude, they must have been. That's so mean. They must have been so jacked up and
I
like,
know,
dude,
we
I
got
like.
200 people.
I'm getting
So-
a bump. We had a Christmas bonus this year. So
Not only you're not selling these tickets, we're gonna mock you and your whole organization.
I mean, it is tough though. It's like, yeah, it's just like a charity.
No one
thing.
gives a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, it's just people don't care.
I don't even care about women's fighting. I'm still not sold on that.
I don't know. That was pretty cool the other day when that chick jumped on her back like a fucking spider monkey.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That was cool. That's a really good submission like that. That was
Yeah.
cool. But the punches are like, this is just like fake.
There was a Jake Paul fight recently where they had two women on the undercard, and I forget their
Serrano.
names. Serrano, yeah.
She's been
And
boxing for like 30
that was
years.
a great fight.
Yeah, no,
that was really good. That was the fight of the night. that
Jake
night.
Paul is smart. He like put her on, being like, this is one of the most like authentic, real boxers for like 25 years, and she deserves more props. So she got to.
He's
like
like
fight at
training
the
with her in
Garden.
like Puerto Rico or something.
Yeah.
There's been like
Yeah.
2 knockouts ever.
With the women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just have no power.
Yeah.
They're
They should just go. Have you seen the bare knuckle shit?
bare knuckle.
There
they
was
should
some
do.
girl I saw the other day afterwards doing her post-fight interview, just
What?
lumped up.
Wow.
Just
Dude, I would. I mean,
Crazy.
you have to be a gypsy to want.
you got to be
like,
To
crazy.
fight
You
bare
got to
knuckle.
be.
Bare
It's 2
knuckles.
punches and it's over.
You have
It's
to be
crazy.
broke, desperate. Like there's so many other. I would break the law. I'd be a hooker. I'd deal drugs. I'd do
that.
all of that before I bare knuckle box.
Did you see? I don't know if it's bare knuckle or not, but phone booth fighting.
no.
It's Russian. They
Is that
put
what you
2
do,
guys in
tied?
a phone booth.
Okay.
And then you're this close to each other, and,
you're
it's
just
like
fucking-
3, 2, 1, and you just go, and you get knocked out, but there's no room to fall, so you kind of like, and then and then eventually like stop.
No, what? You can get knocked out. There's enough like force to.
It's just a bunch of punches all at
Yeah.
once. Maybe it's bare knuckle,
Dude,
and you can't back up. There's nowhere to go.
Right.
yeah.
That's a nightmare. I mean, if you're overpowered, like, can you tap out? Probably
yeah,
not.
but how would you even like?
Yeah.
it's
Just
just
like, I
punches.
quit,
there's
I quit, I
there's
quit.
no like, there's no submissions that close.
I've seen, and maybe it's in a movie, maybe it's where I don't know where I saw it, but it's like 2 of your hands get taped together.
So you can't get away.
Yeah, so it's just bang,
Oh,
bang, bang.
That's
really?
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Damn.
It's also a great way to dislocate your shoulders. And shit.
Yeah.
Why are so many comics into MMA? You think? I feel like an abnormal amount.
Rogan might be.
Rogan,
though.
Is it because of
probably,
Joe?
yeah.
Like,
Might be.
just like whatever Joe does, we do.
There's so many comics, and you're right. A lot of them
And a lot of
really
them aren't really into regular sports. I feel like you and Soder are like the only guys I talk to about like
real
basketball.
sports. Yeah. Shane's into regular
Shane,
sports.
yeah. But
A lot of
mostly
them
it's
just
all-
fake it.
it's
That was
all-
the
it's all
biggest
fighting.
disappointment when I started comedy, and I was like, none of you guys know just basic,
Weird.
like who won the NBA title last year. Like
Yeah.
you don't even know.
What is that about?
Like you don't even follow it.
Is that just like all we do is comedy? We
It's
like
latent homosexuality.
you would figure like
Latent
you're
and blatant.
you're in clubs.
Yeah,
I guess,
like what-
Like
you
you're at bars. There's TVs on.
Yeah.
Your demo's probably
It was
a lot
odd
of men.
how
like,
few people were into.
I
just
remember being
sports.
like, oh, we can't talk about like anything.
and people
with
were
these
like, oh,
guys.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we just wouldn't even do it. It's
Rogan's like that, to be honest. He knows
Yeah,
just
he-
two sports. He knows
Right.
fucking MMA and pool.
He knows pool.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
he's
it.
really good at pool.
Yeah.
Like he knows pool.
He
like
knows
he knows
like the history of pool.
Yeah.
But like he knows anything more than who was it? The Black Widow? Does he know?
Yeah, no, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Rogan. If he does something, he does it.
Yeah.
Like, to
To be like,
the
it's
max,
hilarious.
you
That's
know?
like you going like Randy Couture. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's more.
Right,
great.
right,
Yeah.
Yeah, like
If you know any professional pool players not named the Black Widow, you are too into pool.
pool is like, or billiards.
doing
Excuse
pool.
me. Like you win the break, you win. It's like they run the table every time.
Run the table.
It's like
I think I
whoever
didn't get a
gets-
shot.
yeah.
It's like, come on.
We
Somebody was telling me that they were into comedy. They were like, a friend of a friend was like, hey, do you know this guy named Tom Segura? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, do you know he bought a $6 million home? This was like a year and a half ago.
It is
a year
weird
ago.
like that though. Like in
And
the
I
world
was
of
like, yeah.
comedy.
And they go, my friend told me this. He goes, I've never heard of this guy. I'm like,
Right.
oh, okay, he's a friend of mine. And he goes, she said she knows comedy, and she's never heard of him. How does he afford a $6 million home? And I'm like, she doesn't know comedy.
Right, that's just wrong.
That's like saying I know hockey. I've heard of Wayne Gretzky, but I've never heard of.
I was gonna say like
you just don't.
But you can also know comedy and not like I know.
yeah.
Not Tom.
I know
I mean-
like football. And I guess football's different because like there's so much money, but like there's a million linebackers I don't fucking know
Well, that's
who
true.
have $6 million homes.
But that's
he's
like
an
not knowing the
all-star.
quarterback.
He's a
Yeah.
perennial
Yeah,
all-star.
yeah.
He's not
But
just
it
some
is
guy on a
weird in the
team.
world of
Yeah, that's
comedy that
true.
like, for the people who know comedy, they're gonna know that. Outside of comedy, though, it's like I don't know
Yeah,
who
you
you
never
are.
get
And it's
heard
like
of.
I
It-
make $50 million
It's
a
nice.
year, bro.
It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. You're only famous to people who know comedy.
yeah,
That's
that
the
is
nice
that
thing.
actually is the closest you can get to, like we were saying earlier, like money without the fame. I mean, I guess you can just be like if you're like
Daft Punk is the key.
Yeah, put the fucking helmet on.
Yeah.
Nobody knows you.
Marshmallow.
Yeah.
But you know
But-
what's funny? Like the nerds.
Football is
who-
like that because they're all so masked all the time. Like
Yeah.
like yesterday, like when free agency started, there were people getting like $60 million contracts. I'm like, I've never heard of that person.
Yeah.
And I
That's
admittedly,
also we're
And
getting-
you're like, what? And you have to look up like their first and last name.
yeah,
Yeah.
I admittedly watch less football than I used
we're-
to.
we're-
No! No!
Oh my god.
No!
Bro, you scared me. I didn't know what was happening. Dude, that is the most disrespectful thing that has ever happened.
I left the room.
You just have that in your pocket?
Not my pocket. It was in my butt.
He pulled it out of his ass.
Look how bloody it is, dude.
Dude, if you throw that at me, this will be worse than Bert fucking.
Colleen,
ecstasy.
welcome to the show.
You're never welcome back here if you don't do something with that. Put that away. Put that in the
It's a real
garbage. No,
problem.
put that back in your ass.
Okay.
You're not actually gonna do it.
I'm not.
No. No, 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 no. 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 Get out! Get out, Shaffir! Get out!
You fucking went.
Get out!
You went Unabomber to protect him.
It's like I'm keeping. I need like a biomask. Give me a hazmat suit.
Restarting.
This is it, bro.
This is so much worse than eating a bat.
This is, bro.
What?
You have issues, dude. I don't even want this in the garbage.
Did that get on my phone?
It got near your phone.
No, you didn't.
I did. But I got it quick.
I gotta go get fucking.
You gotta.
Gotta get a new phone.
I gotta get a new phone.
That's worse than when you drugged Bert. You're never. My family's gonna hate you now. My kids hate you. You disgusting animal.
Listen, I have no choice. You brought it up early. I'm bound.
It was Chekhov's gun. It really was.
Yeah.
You knew that man palm
Yeah.
had to come out.
I
I mean, I
can't
was
say
just like
anything
the
anymore.
whole time I'm feeling it. I'm like, this gotta. When's the right time?
Does it go in or just?
It goes like in, just it clears the surface, so some parts come out, some parts go in.
Dude,
Beacon
I
Theater,
heard
March 24th. Get tickets now at arishafir.com.
I turned to you like I didn't see it, and I just saw your eyes go like, no. I didn't know. I thought you were gonna punch me or do something.
I was like, there's no way that's what I think it is.
Oh
and then I
my
saw it,
God.
and I was like, that's exactly what I think.
I put it on Louis Gomez's shoulder once.
Oh, my
I pulled it out, put it on there. He didn't know, and everyone was like, no. He goes, what? And he just couldn't see it, and then eventually he was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
So you guys got off easy.
So how many times have you done this? This is like a party trick.
Not that many. 4 or 5, 6, 10.
We're an elite company then.
I did it on Something's Burning once. On Brad Christmas's show.
Go to the show. Buy tickets to the Beacon.
I can't help it. I find funny stuff. Funny.
You're horrendous. Let's go next door and do Answer the Internet. You fucking animal.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be faster. That's it.